Ish Talk, intelligent shit talk. We are here to talk some shit. Uh, let's get a little business out of the way before we get going. Go get your. Oh, look at my T-shirt. My T-shirts just came. I got them available for y'all. Dr. John Henry Clark, our great
Oh,
warrior
that is
scholar.
funny.
Black people don't owe anybody anything but an ass whooping.
Facts.
Get yours right here. hotepish.com. Y'all see it up here above my head. You know what I mean? Get yours. You know, man. So we go. So you can be a part of the shit talk. Be a part of the movement, because that's what we hear. People be thinking just because you like information, just because you like learning some shit from time to time, that you can't be somebody that run your mouth, talk shit, drink, smoke weed, and do things everybody else do. No, fuck that. Here at Hotepish, we balance the profound with the profane. Today we gonna get a little profane, and we gonna still stay profound. I've been having a lot of scholars on lately, a lot of good information. Now we about to take it back to the streets and talk to y'all like uncle and auntie, like brother and sister, like friends, like how we get down. I got my special guest, the funny as hell, Kamira Wright. What's up, Kamira?
What up, boo? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. We got people filling in the chat room. What's up, Wig Splitter in the chat room? What's up, Poppin'? What's up, Mickey? What's up, Porsche? Thank y'all for joining the. I said Porsche. Porsche. My bad. I pronounce that like a white man. My bad, Porsche. Ain't no woman walking around here named Porsche. Porsche. Yeah. So yeah, what's up, Poppin'? I wasn't at Craig Facts today. I had a situation with my apartment building. You know what I mean? I had to handle some business. One of my longtime tenants passed away, so I had to go in there and handle all that stuff. Rest in peace. He was
Wait
a
a
good
minute.
dude.
So, can I just say, when you put that post up, I just want to tell you the good and bad Kamira. Okay,
Here we
the
go.
good Kamira in my spirit was like, damn, that's fucked up. Dwan had to find his tenant dead, and he really, connected with him. But the bad Kamira was like, is it gonna be an opening?
Hey,
I know I ain't shit for that, but
you ain't shit.
that's like my mind went boom boom, like boom boom, nigga.
Yes, it's gonna be an opening. Going to be an opening, but yeah, that's some fun. But no, I feel you on that, because I would do the same shit.
But that was terrible. I was like, but I gotta tell the wrong, because
I would do the same
we
shit. I'm not mad.
comedians, so we laugh and shit. Like we, take the good with the bad or whatever. But I mean, I know that was devastating for. I mean, because I never even thought about that. You know, that part of it as your job. Like, wow, people, family call you and say, I ain't heard from my uncle, blah blah blah, and you go in there, bro, and that's a lot on you. You know what I'm saying? Because remember when I went to Alabama recently, when I was taking care of my dad, before my dad passed away, I had to go in there and find my auntie. Remember I told you I was like, oh, my cousin told me to go check on my aunt.
Yeah.
And I walked in and she was face down, and I lost it. Like I've been to nursing school and everything. I know all the steps, nigga. And I lost it. Like I lost it. Like I was like, wake up. Like, like literally lost it. So I know it's traumatizing. Like
you didn't check no posts, none of that, huh? You just lost it.
Well, I lost it at first, like, auntie, oh my god! But then when I touched her, I was like, she gone, because you can just tell. It's she was stiff, she was cold, she was just gone. But I'm just saying, I didn't have no tact at all. Like,
yeah. That's how it is, this good dude. When you see, people could talk all the shit that they want, but when you see it, it's like, and you don't get used to it. This is my third time having to do that with a tenant. You know what I mean?
wow.
This is my first time having to open the door and see someone who come back unresponsive. But it's just one of those things, you never get used to it. And
I
so,
know.
you know what I mean? And then people eat the family. So yeah, the good thing about it is brother man had good family. They was right on top of it. And we're gonna get shit popping, you know what I mean? So it's all good. It's all good. But Kamira was talking about, that versus battle earlier with Gucci Man and all that shit, man.
Yeah, before it started, before this started, I was telling Dwan, like, nigga, this is the first verses that I was thoroughly entertained, but then a nigga was stressed out too, because I was like, are these niggas gonna shoot each other? Because a lot of shit went on between them. Like I was telling Dwan, like word on the street is that Jeezy sent somebody to rob Gucci, and Gucci ended up killing him.
Damn.
And then they said that Gucci did a song about it, and then the first song that Gucci played was that. And then Gucci went to jail and he had a lot of problems, but him and that bitch, they some mad hustlers. So they rich right now. I know they got, and he was letting Jeezy know, like, nigga, I got $5 million worth of jewelry on right now. And I just thought the fight was gonna break out at any moment. Nigga. It was like I was jamming, but I was like, oh, like I was like watching, like, what the fuck? But
hey,
that's crazy.
Hey, don't Issa Rae kind of look like Gucci, man?
You know what? I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to. Issa is very talented.
She's very talented. I just saw the comparison. I was like, hey. But yeah, no. Shouts out to both of them. No disrespect. Just talking some shit.
You know what it is though? When when women are, really want to display their intelligence more than their beauty, they kind of go, like all and I'm not saying all natural is fine. I'm not saying that it's nothing wrong with that, but it's just it takes some getting used to or whatever. Like
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just but I get her. I dig it. I think I dig it. I mean, everybody can't be a beauty queen. I told Kayla that. That's in my comedy, nigga. Everybody can't be.
Everybody can't be a beauty queen. No, they can't. Yeah, everybody can't look like Gucci Man either. But back to what we was talking about. It's a lot going on in the world today. And I invited Kamira on, you guys, everybody. Thank y'all. What's up, Chubby in the chat room, Mickey? They're loving you in the chat room. If you want to read the comments, you can go to the YouTube page. We on Twitch, we on Facebook, we on Periscope, and thank everybody for joining us in. But the majority, I say 80% of the people are on YouTube. So
okay.
If you want to see the comments, you can go on over there. But yeah, so yeah, we here. I brought Kamira here because there's been a lot of shit going on since Joe Biden won the presidency. Not really since then. Some of the events post Joe Biden maybe triggered this thought. But this just shit going on in society. And I needed a woman here to break and talk about some of this with, because sometimes I could seem like I'm badgering and shit. And I didn't want to seem like I'm badgering.
Yeah.
But I don't know if y'all saw that video, and I'm not gonna play it because I don't want a copyright infringement. But after Joe Biden won the presidency, Van Jones started crying like a bitch. I mean, sniffing and crying.
Oh shit!
It was fake as hell. I don't think he was really crying. I think he was acting. I mean,
oh look, I found the page and it started.
Oh, you found it?
Go ahead. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so he was crying and shit, and then you had Roland Martin crying. When he saw all those people lining up to vote. And it's just been this epidemic of men crying on camera, on the news. And combined with, you got these niggas wearing dresses now and saying the media trying to push the dressing thing and all. It's a lot going on. My first question to you, Kamira, is how do you feel as a woman when you turn on the news and see a nigga like Van Jones crying?
I mean, it's just, okay. First of all, I have never even seen my daddy cry. So it's like, I feel hella awkward when any man cries, okay? And, I'm already kind of like a rough bitch. I hardly even cry. So for a man to cry, it's like, I don't know if I should hug this nigga. I don't know if I should break up with this. I don't know what to do. Like, I just, it's kind of like, fuck. Unless it's really a tragedy, you know what I'm saying? Like, but even in tragedy, like, my dad, I've seen my dad's parents die, stuff like that. Stuff has happened to my dad. I've never seen him bust a tear, okay? Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that men can't have emotions or anything like that, but to display it like that, like the way he started crying and the reason why he was crying, to me, it didn't make no sense. He was crying like, because the president is Joe Biden, he don't have to worry about his sisters going outside and being called nigger and shit. Yes, the fuck you do. Yes, the fuck you do. The president is not gonna change no racist motherfucker's attitude because Biden is in office. You feel like you don't have to worry about your black family and your black women and the people in your family. You feel safe because Biden is in office, nigga. Really? Like really? This is why you're crying because you feel ultra safe that another white man. Like when did white people become our allies? Like when did what the fuck? Who nominated Biden? The nigga saver. Like I'm trying to figure out who. How did this? I mean, yeah, we happy Trump is not in office or whatever, but crying, nigga, crying like we really finna see a change. I could have seen him crying because Obama went in office because somebody like him finally, broke through or something like that. I could see a little tear, but not this nigga was boo-hooing though. I'm not talking about like a tear dropping, like nigga, the world is changing, thank God. No, this nigga was boo-hooing, like boo-hooing, nigga. Like no, it's just I don't know. I just feel like I really feel like black people need to get more into politics because it's not just who we vote for. It's like we need to get in there and start changing laws. We need to get together and be like, these are the laws that fuck us, and we need to change these laws. You know what I'm saying? Like we really need to get more in tune with politics. And usually black people stay away from politics and the police, but I think since this shit ain't changing and we've been marching and shit, this not gonna work. We gotta go and change it from the inside. We gotta attack this shit. We gotta start having more nigga police officers and more people in office and more. We just gotta like bombard they ass, some kind of way. What I'm saying? We gotta figure it out. Like we have to figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, and don't feel pressure to vote like they vote just to keep our jobs. Because that's one thing about black people. We'll get a good job. And instead of helping niggas, we be like, oh no, we can't help because we want to keep it. And it's fucked up. I get it though. Because they barely let us in. So when we get let in, nigga, and our families eating good, we don't want to mess that up. It's hard to, we don't want to mess that up. And it's and it's because we low key under a regime. So we need to figure it out. Like, figure it out. We need to figure out how to help each other, but not make it noticeable. Or, we need to go back to the old school. Like my daddy said back in the day, they never challenged the police. He said if they would run a red light or whatever, and the police would come up like, nigga, you ran a red light, they would be like, they would act like they were dumb. Like, oh, we sorry. Mm-hmm. We didn't know the red mean. Because fuck them if they think we done. We trying to go home and get out this ticket and we tricking them. Fuck them. We not going to let them know we smart and we know what we doing. They hate that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot going on. And like Q It Up said it right in the chat room. He said Van Jones is the accurate version of a black man that America wants to promote. That's some real shit. Because he's not the average black man, but he is what they want. They want the world to believe that he is. Mm-hmm. And Kamira,
I got it.
Kamira had that 1991 phone ring. She had.
I pressed it off.
Kamira, the last person with an MCI phone.
Hey, I got a house phone. Look.
Hey.
I
I still ain't got one.
Let me tell you what niggas need to have. Niggas need to have a house phone, and we need to have a car that don't pick up on them. You gotta keep your little bucket just in case some shit go down. They can't trace your shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything is traceable now. Like. You need some old school shit in your life.
Get an 86 Chevy Chevelle or some shit like that.
I got a straight landline, nigga.
Kamira, shit, she got the landline and the headset to answer the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Apple One Vision. But like what I was saying was America wants to promote that version of us, and they put people like that out there, and they have cats crying on camera. And for me, I just think that to me, that's just disrespectful to the culture to sit around crying saying some white man's about to save us. And then here's the thing. He was talking about how now I can raise my kids right. And basically because there's someone they can look up to. Like, motherfucker, if you need a president to raise your kids right, you a terrible ass motherfucking
That's what I'm saying. It didn't make no sense.
It didn't make no sense.
Yeah.
And that made me think about like some of the stuff. Like for those out there, I'm not gonna play the video again because of copyright. But I want you guys to look up that video Candace Owens did, and let's make it clear: I don't like this bitch Candace Owens at all. She looked like a salamander, and her eyes are uneven. She got one eye bigger than the other. She's like a little black female young Uncle Ruckus with that one eye bigger than the other. She is a weird person. But a broke clock is right twice a day. And Candace Owens was talking about manhood. Y'all go to her Instagram, y'all play that shit. But she had and Lord Jamar reposted it, and they took it off his page for hate speech. And all she was saying was, men in dresses, when the fuck did this thing become a thing? And she wants to see men be men and not these effeminate dress wearing, fingernail painting motherfuckers. And the world took off and had a big issue with her saying that. Kamira, as a woman, what do you saw the video? What was your take on what she was saying and what you've been seeing as far as these images?
I think you're right. I think like I feel like they show more black gay men on TV than they show white gay men on TV.
Yeah.
Like you got like 2 or 3 shows, maybe 2 shows where they show white men being gay. And then when they show white men being gay, they show white productive men being gay. They don't show flaming ass white men, you know, in dresses. Like, think about Modern Family. There were 2 respectable gay white men raising a family. Mm-hmm. They had clothes on, even though one of them were more feminine than the other. They both wear fucking pants. Yeah. They both looked normal into society, and they weren't walking around with heels on, with their butt out, and all this shit that they be showing these niggas doing in Atlanta and whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? And my whole thing is that I feel like if you're gay, that's your sexuality. Nobody else flaunts their sexuality more than gay people. I mean, like I could. What if I was okay? Because you're gay, that means that you can just come out and you know you can just They have all this freedom, right? But what if I was a prostitute and every day I went out in my prostitute clothes? What the fuck? Like in the daytime, like you know I'm at the store in my like you know what I'm saying. And I'm not saying that bitches don't do that, but what I'm saying is that it would be frowned upon. Like if I was just displaying just all this, you know, you wouldn't want your kids walking by the girl that got all her ass and titties hanging out. So why would you want your kid to go by the something that's gonna confuse them? A man that's a woman, or a woman that's a man, or you know, it's all sensitive areas. Like I don't have a problem with nobody, but I just think that it's wrong. I feel like they always trying to demasculate black men, even fathers. Like when that dude, who's that dude who had them basketball kids and he was a good father and he was always talking about his kids and they fucking silenced him. Oh, but they always want to display the story of the black kids who grew up in Watts with no father, single mom. They highlight that story all the time. But this nigga loved his kids and was rooting for him, and they damn near put this nigga out, you know, like they didn't want him talking no more. Like they damn near silenced this nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't never want to show strong black people, like strong black men, especially. Like, never. Like,
this nigga just had another son. This nigga just had another son, LeVar. Speaking of LeVar, the person you talking about, LeVar Ball, he just had his other son drafted, first father to have 2 kids, drafted top 3 in the NBA, and they find ways of, well, is he going, well, what about what he said 5 years ago? Like, shut the fuck up and celebrate this nigga's victory. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're right about that. They don't like that positive image. They don't like us talking about. They don't like showing that. So when you see what you see right now, here's the issue I have. Like I said, I don't have any issues with gay people. This isn't an issue with the rank and file gay person that you see walking up and down Santa Monica Boulevard with a lollipop in their hand. We ain't talking about y'all. Mm-hmm. We talking about how the system, the people who control the images we see on TV, we're talking about how they use you guys. Because let's just tell the truth. Most of what we seeing on TV is a bunch of niggas that talk with a lisp when they ain't on camera. A bunch of ass niggas. Most men don't talk with a lisp. You know what I mean? A small fraction of men talk with a lisp, if you get what I'm saying. Less than 5% of men talk like this and do what they do on TV. But on TV, it seems as if 85-90% of men talk with a lisp. Mm-hmm. And it's just inverted. We ain't saying there's nothing wrong with talking with a lisp. We ain't saying there's nothing wrong with walking around, with your wrist limp. We ain't tripping on that. Do what you do. The problem is when you have the majority of the representation being something that's a fraction of society, it makes you wonder: is there some bigger shit going on? Is it a bigger play? I'm not just gonna look at that and say, okay, it's normal that less than 5% of the population is 9 out of 10 of the black men on camera these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's just like I was talking to on Craig Facts, Charlie. Y'all know Charlie from Craig Facts, and he was going out for a new show. And the new show, it was like you got to be an ex. You're a dude, and you just broke up with your boyfriend, and now you're looking for a new boyfriend, and that was the character. And I'm like everything. What do you think? What do you think is going on with this, Kamira? Like, why all these niggas
but
is
not
gay?
only that, they pushing that shit in the schools too, because I be listening in to my daughter, like especially when she was here, when the pandemic hit and they was doing college from home, and all her sociology class was talking about how you identify people. She had to take a test on if it's a husband and another man and a kid and a step, what kind of family is that? They got all these different names and shit, and they expect your kids to learn this shit. Like, I'm paying for this shit. Like, at the end of the day, my whole thing is like, why is this shit so like important? What motherfuckers is doing behind closed doors? Why is it so important? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not even what do it matter if I'm here living with two bitches? What do it matter? Like, what do it matter? Like, what do it? Why is that even a name? Why is there a name for me living with two bitches? Why is it a scientific name for me living with two bitches? Why? I just want to know why my daughter got to learn this in school. Why? This shit, it don't matter who I fuck. It don't matter who I fuck. It don't matter who you fuck. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is home shit, and I don't know why we be getting shit confused, and I don't know why when you at work, you know what I'm saying? You can't if I don't want to associate with a certain person, it's looked at as racial because I can't have my own opinions, and I can't have. What if I don't like that motherfucker? Like at the end of the day, it's crazy because me and Precious, okay, we went on this podcast, and the dude said if your dude got sick and his homeboy brought him some soup without him even asking, how would you feel? And I was like, I would feel some type of way. Number one, not because I don't like gay people, and I think because they attacked us. I said, number one, not because of nothing like that, but because niggas don't be telling the truth. Niggas be in the closet, and if anybody bring you some soup besides me, I'ma turn up, bitch or nigga. Because that's just the society that we live in. Who is this? You fucking this nigga? Like, do I gotta worry about this? And why is he bringing you soup? Why he so concerned about you? Like, I know brothers that get sick and don't bring each other soup and shit like that don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, this world is fucked up. We just be pushing this shit. No. It was on World Star. They jumped down our throat, nigga. The gay people was like, fuck straight people. They stupid. Because we said that shit. Like, nigga, what? What?
So they ask you if the question, well, first of all, whoever asked that gay ass question had that happen to them. That's why they asked you that question. Because as a straight man, you didn't need to ask no goddamn question like that. Look,
but it was funny. We was just asking different scenarios. Like,
okay, it's fun. Okay.
Like, yeah, like,
because I was saying this. I've been sick plenty of times. My friends have been sick. Look, I remember one time, Larry, y'all know Larry Goodwell, friend of the show in the chat room. You know Larry Kamira. I remember one time we were at a jazz festival. And I didn't know Larry was allergic to apples, all right? So I made this jungle juice. You know how it is when you put all the liquor and shit. I had some apples in that motherfucker. Larry didn't know. And I didn't know he was allergic to apples. This nigga drank that shit. And Jill Scott's on stage performing, living his life like it's golden.
Oh, my God.
I'm there with my wife. Larry there. We got a few other people there that we know. And Larry started scratching.
This nigga finna die.
Yeah, he looking like the nigga turning red. And I'm seeing him, the sicker he get, the harder I'm laughing.
Oh, I'm my
like, Get him, Apple, get him. That shit was funny as
Mm-mm.
hell to me. Larry was struggling. That nigga was looking so goddamn weak. I was laughing so goddamn hard. That's how men do with our like. I'm not gonna get that nigga no soup.
I mean, I don't
Now,
know.
now, if it gets extreme, I'm like, hey, you need some help. But usually, most dudes got a woman, even if he's not married or with a woman, he got a woman he can call that's gonna be there within an hour.
Right. Right.
Dudes that function properly got that. I need some. You could be no. Hey, Tasha in the chat room. Tasha, you were there that day. Tasha in the chat room. It was when you. It was at the garden. The jazz. I'm talking about Jazz Fest West. I'm not sure if Tasha. I saw her. I don't know if she was there that day, but I remember seeing her at the Jazz Fest West that day when Larry got sick. That was one of the funniest days of my life. I had such a good time talking about how sick his ass was.
God. Oh
and
my
these
God.
motherfuckers got mad at you for saying it's something wrong with men.
Nigga, it was so bad. They called all deaf. Nigga, the gay people called my job. Nigga, they called all deaf. Nigga, all deaf called me and Precious. They want us to apologize. Me and Precious is some neighborhood cribs. We like, nigga, no, I'm just no Precious. Like we was like
Precious Oak Cliff, and you Crenshaw district. Nah.
We going out of town. We didn't say no, but we was like, we're busy. We don't have time to issue an apology. Like at the end of the day, we didn't do anything. Like you cannot be mad at me that I don't want my man fucking another man. You cannot be mad at me for that. Okay? A bitch already be wanting to go to therapy when this niggas be cheating on me with bitches. Do you know if I find a nigga with a man, how much therapy I'm gonna need? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, nigga. So at the end of the day, don't be mad at me because I don't want my nigga to be, metrosexual. Don't be mad at me if I don't want my nigga to wear leather pants. I want a nigga. I want a nigga, a real whole nigga, a man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want a mouse to run through the house and we both jump on the counter, nigga. No, that's not what the fuck you here for. Okay, sir.
And that's the thing. When we was on the phone earlier, you made a great point about animals. Like what are y'all doing? Like if all the elephants turned gay, we wouldn't. Like, it wouldn't be no circus in 10 years.
Yeah, because I was telling Dwan, I was like, when I do wrong shit, I know it's wrong. The thing that I have about gay people is that that's a preference. It's not how shit is supposed to go. And y'all normalizing it like shit is supposed to go like that. When we all know if everybody turned gay, the world would end. Because we wouldn't be able to reproduce. Nigga, if animals turned gay, nigga, they would die of extinction. Nigga, it would be like the whole world would go up in arms if monkeys started fucking only men monkeys. Like nigga, if like they would be like, oh my god, the monkeys are gay and now they're not gonna be any more monkeys. It would be serious. They would be trying to make the monkeys and make them not gay no more because it's gonna end society because they don't have monkey sperm banks and all this crappy shit that we got to make motherfuckers have babies and turning men into and to be able to carry kids and shit. They not doing all this experiment shit with monkeys. So nigga, monkeys would just die off.
Monkey sperm banks.
Everything would die off. Nigga, dolphins, everything. Everybody start fucking the same sex. Nigga, ain't no more animals, ain't no more shit. So don't tell me that shit is the right way, nigga. Don't tell me. Don't try to normalize that shit. It's not. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying I hate y'all. I'm just saying it's a preference. It's not normal. It's a preference. You know what I'm saying? It's like shit.
That's the whole thing. It's a preference that a small percentage of the population chooses to participate in, and that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
When it came time for gay people, when Obama said, I'm not going to give you niggas anything, but I'm going to give these gay people the right to marry, I didn't protest and say, hey, they shouldn't get... If they want to marry, go right the fuck ahead. I don't give no fucks. Make that very clear. But we're at a point right now where shit seems like it's getting to be a little bit too much. Like, look, I don't have no issues with it, but when I turn on TV, I don't even watch regular TV no more. I be on YouTube just watching. I watch you. I love On These Hoes. Matter of fact,
hey, On These Hoes.
Where can they find On These Hoes?
On These Hoes is on it's on All Def's YouTube channel, but we also on Spotify and iTunes. So
her impressions.
And it drops every Thursday, and then we have a new show on Mondays because people be sending us letters like wanting our advice and shit. And we've been getting so many letters, we can't read them all during the show. So we got a show on Monday where we read more people letters and try to
Oh
offer
hell
them
yeah!
advice. Yeah,
See, I
so
watch shit
that's a
like
good show
you.
too.
I watch, I watch my man Big Jaw, what he doing. I watch us. I watch YouTube. I watch, man, my black news and shit. Cause on TV, it seemed like every time I walk in the room when my wife is watching TV, it's two men kissing. It's
Yeah.
too much man touching going on TV these days, and like they don't even have the sex scenes that graphic among straight people. And let me tell the truth. When I'm watching a good storyline, when it comes to straight sex, it often can disturb the storyline then. Because if you have a well-written story, you don't need all that extra shit. We know what it is. Let's get to the story. You know what I mean? And there's a time and place for sexually explicit and sexually graphic shit. Hell, I know. When I was a kid, me and my brother, man, back in the 90s, we used to wait until after 11 o'clock for HBO and Cinemax so we can finally see a titty. That's what pissed me off. When I was a kid, I had to goddamn wait until midnight, and then they showed nothing like that on Sunday night. We didn't get to watch none of that softcore porn. We didn't get none of that shit as kids. Now, and that's for straight people. Now, 8 o'clock on Fox, two men's tongues is gonna touch every 7 minutes.
I know. That shit should come on at night like tip drill. Because how they gonna hide ass and titties and men liking ass and titties and normal shit, but then glorify that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why they pushing the agenda on everybody, because it's not fair. Because some people just want shit normal, like me. Some people, if I have a son, I want him to be a boy. I do. I really do. And it's fucked up that, you know, they can have their way, but I can't have my way. It's fucked up that their rights are, you know, over counter my rights. If I don't want my son seeing that, it's like it don't even fucking matter. Cause you gonna fucking see it. And if you disagree with it, we gonna fucking get you canceled. And if you like, really off of this, and this shit is not even supposed to go like this, off of this, like, you know, come on, my nigga, don't do that. Don't do that to, you know, if you prefer that, that's what you prefer. Like, I don't never, like, when I remember I smoke weed, I ain't never been the bitch to be like, y'all should smoke some weed. I ain't gonna push what the fuck I like to do on you. What if you smoke that weed and choke or something? I don't want to be the nigga that your demise, nigga. You do what you want to do.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna push my shit on you every time you need to get some weed. That's your problem. I'm not about to do that, bro. I feel like that shit is wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's wrong. Like,
it's wrong. You preaching, Kamira, and they loving you in the chat room. They preaching right now because that's some real shit. And I want to thank y'all in the chat room. We got we close to 200 people. Like and share,
that's
share.
Dope.
Let's get this shit. Let's get over 300. We got 124 in YouTube. Got 40. We all around. We got some people on Twitch watching this motherfucker. Thank y'all thank y'all for joining us in here. Like, share, and subscribe. We have the hilarious Kamira White, host of On These Hoes, a dope ass podcast that she has on All Def. She's a roast queen. She's funny as hell. I want to get back in. Let's talk, because people in the chat room, they know who you are. Most of the people in here, they know who you are. I want to let y'all, like, Kamira's somebody who, I remember when you first started comedy, you came in right after us, like I had, and you were, Kamira, somebody from when she first started comedy, was funny as hell. There's never been a time on stage Kamira hasn't been funny. She's gotten from like amateur, okay, she's funny, to where the point now where like she's like dope, punch you in your ribs, funny as hell. I swear to God. If you want to, like, a lot of these people y'all see online doing shit, they funny online, they got their videos. I'm not shitting on them. They have their lane. Great, cool. I'm not tripping on that. If you want to see a stand-up comedian do some shit on stage, when Kamira comes to your town, buy a motherfucking ticket. Because she's funny as hell. Kamira, I have a question. As a woman in comedy, what's been your experience? Because dudes, we know how we talk. lot of times we talk about women, and we do it because this is how we truly feel. We be like, oh yeah, she's funny for a woman. You know what I mean? Kamira ain't funny for a woman. She's funny, and on any scale. I don't care where you put it. How have you dealt with that? Like interacting with people in this comedy game?
You know what? I really ain't. I mean, you get some haters or whatever, but I ain't never really tried to be. I've never tried to be in competition with nobody or nothing. I just always wanted to be, respected. You know what I'm saying? Like my main thing was, I want these niggas to respect me because, like a lot of people, I don't, I think because, I don't like to say I'm just, fine or cute or anything like that, but I think a lot of people underestimate me because, I am pretty. They probably think I'm just up there trying to show my ass off or whatever. And then I hit them with the real shit. And they like, oh, this bitch funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so on that end, I just really be trying to be respected and I be having to take that shit away. Cause granted, I like being cute, but I don't like, I don't want niggas to think that I'm out here trying to, you know what I'm saying, use that shit on some. No, I want to be respected for, the comedy, not for nothing else. And I've been having, I've been having a good, I fuck with real people. So, it's just like, I've been having a good time. Like, it's a lot of politics involved and shit like that. And, people get, bumped up due to certain shit. But I want to stay in my lane and create my own fans. And so I don't got to worry about, pleasing nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, like what we do we do our shit independent and we get our fan base and motherfuckers that like us fuck with us. If you don't like me, you ain't gotta fuck with me, and I like it like that. Because having those big audiences, it's a lot. Like when you catering to everybody, it's a lot of shit. Like Kevin, he always in some shit because he say one thing and it's like, because you got this broad. I don't want a broad audience. I want niggas that like me. So whatever I say, they be like, "What? We like that bitch." I don't give a fuck. like my ticket sales still gonna sell because I mean my niggas fuck with me. Like Corey Holcomb, that nigga, he got his fan base. They fuck with him.
Yeah,
they fuck with him. He could flush babies down the toilet. He could do whatever he want, nigga. They like, yeah. That's the shit I'm on. Like I want my own people that fuck me. I want my own beehive. I want people that fuck with me, and that's it. That's all. And I'll make comedy for y'all.
yeah. You said some real shit because there's a lot of people that want to cross over and go mainstream and go big, and there's nothing wrong with that. People do it however they want to do it, but it's a consequence when you do that. Like you said earlier, you mentioned you on some other shit answering the question, but it hit a mainstream site. Now all of a sudden they attacking you.
Yeah.
But I'm glad.
And it's because I work for them. Normally we independent, but this one time because we're on All Dev's channel, we gotta respect it's their, like, what am I trying to say? It's their reputation too. Yeah, it's their shit too. So it's a catch-22. But that's why that goes back to, we was just thinking, I said, see, nigga, we don't work for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you got to work for yourself, especially if you want to, say what the fuck you want to say. Or you got to respect whoever else you work. You got to respect who you working for. You know what I'm saying? Like, so. Yeah. But we didn't mean nothing, but they pick anything apart. If you say anything, I'm pretty sure when this go up, nigga, we're going to have some haters. Oh, my God, they're like, them motherfuckers on there saying, fuck hater. I hate straight people. Like, yeah. I wanted to comment back. Like, they was just losing it on us. Like, I hate straight. Like, you shouldn't hate us, my nigga. We the reason why the world going around.
Like, matter of fact, straight sex is why you're here.
They could say all that, but if I say I hate gay people, nigga, I will be banned. Like, they could say that to me. They could threaten me, all that. Like, but it's okay.
Yeah, so that's why we having this conversation here. Hotepish, hotepish.com. Y'all see the website right there. Go to it to get your t-shirt. Y'all see the t-shirt. Black people don't owe anybody anything but an ass whooping.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite Dr. John Henry Clark quotes from his famous video, We Have No Friends. Go ahead and check that shit out on YouTube. But we going back to what our original topic is here, talking about how we're represented. And I was talking about Candace Owens. Like I said, I want to say it again to y'all motherfuckers listening, because it seems like no matter how clearly you say things to people, they cloud whatever the fuck you said and add their own extra shit into it. I don't want to see no nigga coming on talking something. Dwan said he likes Candace Owens. No, I don't like Candace Owens. I just like what she talked about on this particular topic in this particular post. We was talking about, in order for society to function, It needs its men to be men. No society has ever been protected by niggas in aprons flipping pancakes, getting manicures, talking about they want to smell like cucumber melon. That's not how societies are built. Societies are built, and whenever you build something, you have to protect it. And the people who carry the traits, the characteristics of those who will protect the society are called toxic. Toxic masculinity. Toxic this. What are your thoughts as a woman when you hear that shit toxic? What do you think when you hear people labeling men toxic for being men?
I mean, that's it's I don't know, Dwan. It's crazy. It's I don't like. I heard back in the day that this is a new country. This is not one of the old countries, right? And I heard that don't quote me on this. I'm not sure, but I heard a lot of the reasons why this country got started was because people was escaping persecution from old ways. Because in them old countries, like the Muslim countries and old European countries, everybody stick to the script. You know what I'm saying? And except for the ones where the Europeans get a little fruity, but I'm just saying like they were escaping persecution, and they made this new world to not have no type of rules or whatever. So like basically I heard that this world was started by niggas like that. You know what I'm saying?
Puritans
and
started
that's why
the United
shit
States.
Is reverting back to that. You know what I mean? Like escaping because they couldn't be like that over there. Like, I mean, I'm not sure if that's true or not, but it's just like I feel like it is an agenda. It is an agenda. Like, I mean, men should be masculine. Men have, if you break down biology, men have more testosterone. Genetically, you guys are built stronger for a reason. So you guys, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have breasts, we have vaginas because we give birth to kids. And you guys have muscles, and you're tall, and you're stronger than us, and you can run faster than us, and everything is built on you protecting us and being a man and being able to hunt and gather and build and do things like that. This is nature. This is how we were fucking born. Okay. And it's sad that the world is changing that. And it's crazy because in any other society, like I say, if you go back to science and you go back to shit like that, in any other society, if you're changing what the fuck the animals and the shit is doing, you're changing the ecostructure. That's fucking damaging nature, nigga. And I don't understand why we don't feel like shit that we're doing is damaging our human nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, like all these diseases that are coming up and different stuff. Is it because what are we doing? We putting shit in animals. We putting shit in our bodies. We putting shit. It's just so much. It's just so much. And like at some point, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be our own worst enemy, and we're going to have to go back to the way things should be. Like, or we're going to be our own demise. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I just think of what's going to happen years and years and years from now when people don't even know what's normal no more because we're not doing nothing normal. Like,
real talk.
200 years from now, they're going to think, gay, all this shit, everything. What's the right way? Nigga, they ain't gonna know about the olden times when men, women, like, it's like, I don't know. But I don't know. I don't want to just go into this shit because you know how they are. But
yeah,
it's just like, it's a trip. It's scary, and I just feel like that. We're reverting away from what the fuck
from nature,
natural. Exactly.
I want to address something said in the chat room. It's a good question. Queued up asks, do we really know how men should operate? Because the standard is white men and they aren't shit. Even though that's who society looks to as the authority. That's a great question. Yes, we do know how men operate. And we also know how white men have taken things and gone to where they are. If you want to know for a good reference, read Sheikh Anta Diop, Civilization of Barbarism. And it talks about the difference in how different cultures operate. Yes, we do know how men is supposed to be because, our African and our indigenous American ancestors taught us. America knows how it's supposed to be and knows the difference between toxic and real. Look, like I said before, men and women are built different. Kamira mentioned it, and she got to it earlier when she's talking about the parts that women have and the parts that men have. Men, we knock things down, we build things. Women organize things. Men, our job is to be the protectors of society. We build a society and we protect it. We build it and protect. The only way society can maintain its way is by protecting itself. That's what men do. But what happens in this country, men who have that protecting type nature, they're often misguided. Let's talk about our gang culture for a second. People think that gangsters is just some old weird ass niggas running around doing a whole bunch of dumb shit. No. Your gangsters are the warrior class of the society. Those are the ones who are predisposed to go out and do something about things they perceive as wrong. In all my years working with children, all the ones that ended up in gangs in some kind of way, they have a certain sense of morality about them. But we live in a society that doesn't cultivate men that solve things physically. They find ways to put them cats in jail. They create laws to put these cats in jail. So when it comes to black society, when you see they recognize this shit in kindergarten. You know what I mean? A kid that's not sitting down talking in class, that's a kid thinking like, man, it's some dumb shit that I'm doing. So he doing something else. You know what I mean? So we live in a society that when it comes to manhood in black society, they know it's natural in us. They know that it's going to come out of us. They just criminalize it when it comes to us. And when it comes to their society, white folks, they get to stay free. The problem is, right now with all this whole blurring the lines between male and female and what's man and what's not, is causing a lot of confusion. So what you do is you have dudes who go out and they do extra shit, like a lot of this killing and shit, a lot of the extra shit people are doing. That's not manhood, that's misguided manhood. And the misguided manhood is an effect of what we're seeing right now with all these blurred lines between what's a man and what's a woman. There's so much confusion out there. It's a lot of little motherfuckers that don't know. So when the malehood, their male nature comes out, it comes out in a way that is toxic. But it's not manhood that's toxic. It's the way they're using their manhood that's toxic.
It's the aggression. It's overly aggressive because they don't know how to be a man. You know what I mean? And I see that a lot in black culture. Like, I grew up middle class. A lot of the niggas I went to high school with were in private school, and them niggas still wanted to be gang members. Like, them niggas' parents
talk about that
good because black men, want to be hard. You know what I'm saying? And that's the catch-22. And it's like, it's like we want you to be men, but y'all don't have to be hard. Y'all don't have to be gangsters. Y'all don't have to do so much to prove your manhood. But see, that's in a white society where they hold y'all down. The only way niggas can prove their manhood in the hood is by doing shit like that, because they don't give y'all opportunities for jobs. They don't give y'all opportunities to be leaders in y'all family. They don't give y'all opportunities, economic opportunities to where you guys really feel like a man. So the only way you feel like a man is to exploit women and to kill up niggas and to be gang members, because now y'all hard. Because y'all don't know no other way to be a man. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why men go through a lot of women, because they don't know how to be a man. They feel like having a lot of bitches is being a man, and they feel like, if I go kill these niggas, or if I sell drugs, that's being a man because I'm being hard. You know what I'm saying? But that's not being a man either. You know what I mean? Like, so it's that's that misguided shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's misguided. So it does become over masculine. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
it's funny you said that about that, because we both grew up in LA. For those that don't know, me and Kamira, we two LA niggas, for real. And like, we saw this shit, we were around the same time. You went to Sarah, I went to Westchester, but we same area for the most part. We saw that in the 90s, and that was a different kind of, that was a result of a different kind of market media manipulation. Now the manipulation is just flat out, don't be a man, manhood is bad, be whatever. In the 90s, the manipulation was the proper way to be a man was to be a gangster. I remember talking to my dad about, because my dad graduated high school in 71. He talked about back then, they used basically Shaft and Superfly as the images of being a man. or I'm sorry, let's shout to lesser extent, but more so Superfly and the Mac. So manhood in the 70s through the medium was portrayed through being a pimp or being a hustler. And what happened? How did that turn out? And then in the 80s, you had the mafia movies. And so manhood back then was about dealing the drugs and shit like that.
But you know, it all came from black men trying to protect us.
It all
it ended up being some gang shit, but at first they was protecting the neighborhoods because then white people would come over, and do fucked up shit to us, the KKK, to everything. So niggas patrolled the blocks. Niggas had shotguns to make sure the kids was getting home from school because it was like they used black people as target practice in the 60s and the 50s when racial shit was going on. Then when they put drugs into the communities, now you got them same niggas that was protecting the communities from lynchers and shit like that. Now they done got some dope in their hand and they making so much money. Now they against each other on different blocks. It turned into, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how the gangs, but the first gangs, like the Black Panthers and all the people, they was protecting us. They was protecting, watching women walk home and making sure we don't get raped, making sure our kids make it to school, making sure shit like that happen. And then when crack hit the community, because they did that shit on purpose, when crack hit the community, them same niggas that had them hoods and that was protecting their neighborhoods turned into, nigga, we selling these drugs, nigga. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And niggas can't come over here because it's our property, it's our territory. Then we got territorial. We wasn't, a unit no more. You know what I'm saying? Because the black family was powerful back in the day.
Hell yeah, it was powerful.
We was powerful as fuck.
Powerful as fuck.
Crack hit the community, and all that shit came from the Vietnam War. When crack hit the community, and that's what the Vietnam War was about. Everybody said they went over there and got drugs. Everybody I know went to the Vietnam War, said they was flying over poppy fields and was over there getting drugs. Everybody know that. Like, the war wasn't about nothing but drugs.
Same with now in Afghanistan. And that's the thing, and that's what I was going into earlier about talking about how the media manipulates. They plan all this shit out, but it always starts in the TV. In the 70s, it started with the Pimp Mac movies. In the 80s, it was the drug dealing movies. And you saw society sort of follow the images that they put out there of what manhood was. In the 90s, it was a gangster, and I saw that. I remember 92, 93, 91, regular-ass niggas got good grades, came to school with their hair, all cool.
Yes.
Then as soon as Tupac signed with Death Row, niggas went from, having this regular old flat top, wearing their Jordans and being cool, to wearing Chucks. And like now saying, nigga, why you live in a Darren Heights saying cuz every other word? If you don't sit your ass down.
Rich as fuck.
Rich as fuck. Your parents, you got a 5-bedroom house. Your parents got dental insurance. Look, don't know real gangster I know parents got life insurance on their ass.
Right.
Nigga, your parents got life insurance on you. What the fuck you doing banging?
Nigga, these niggas got garages. Nigga, you don't bang when you got a garage, nigga.
like for real. But you remember how it was in the 90s, niggas in the hood, like, oh, that's a nigga with the car, bring him over here. Mm-hmm. And that's what, then first of all, half of them didn't do shit, they wasn't doing nothing. And for the few that did try to go around, niggas was just use them for what they got and then rob them when they done with them. So you saw a lot of that, and then so like now it's evolved in from those being a man, but being a man on a lower level, a lower frequency, a lower vibration, and then we're going to give you the drugs because we're going to fight these wars and we're going to bring them over here to you. So now you can live out all your Scarface fantasies. You can now be Superfly because we about to flood the streets with these motherfucking drugs.
Yeah, they'll let you be Superfly for a little while and they're going to put your ass in jail.
And that's the thing, in the 80s,
that's the whole point.
It was at least work dealing. Tell them about how them drug dealers was in the 80s. Them niggas had bread.
I mean, they had, and then guess what it reminds me of? Because black people are so poor, sometimes when shit happens, we just jump on it and not think about it. Like, black people was really doing good right now. Like, right now in these times, black people are on the internet. We got more black kids that are doing this social media shit. They traveling and they blogging and niggas is getting money off of like all these different shit. Then what they do? Come out with this EDD fraud. Niggas is all doing this. Like, they will put some shit in the mix to make a whole bunch of niggas go to jail at one time. I'm telling you, because I know niggas right now that need EDD and can't get it. How is it so easy for you fraud niggas to get it? Because I know niggas right now crying because they need EDD and they deserve it. Mm-hmm. Like, they're not doing fraud. But all you need, like, all this shit, like, I feel like the government know what they doing, nigga. Like what the like how did like every time that I tried to apply for EDD, every time I never got it. I had to go to hearings. They would deny me. Then you got to go to remember them hearings you'd have to go to and do your case, and then if you win, they give you another 6 weeks. How the fuck is all these niggas doing this EDD fraud? And it's so easy. Niggas getting caught with 32 EDD cards and they done made $38,000. How, nigga?
Hey,
how?
They was in Beverly Hills just with niggas. They was like in Beverly Hills, the police is arresting niggas just getting out their car. Like, nigga, we know you got one of them EDD cards,
That's
nigga.
what I'm saying. What happened to the hearing that you gotta go to get your EDD? What happened to like? Why is it so like that shit is? Look,
let me make it clear for the people. Let me make
y'all better not do that shit.
Let me make it clear for the people in the chat room who aren't from California. What EDD is, what she's talking about is that's the unemployment assistance program that when they started doing all the COVID relief stuff, you had a whole bunch of niggas that had addresses in here for people from out of state coming, getting California addresses and filing unemployment in like August, especially like it got real heavy in August. And niggas are getting that back money going back to March.
Yeah.
And filing it like in 10, 20, 15 different names.
The government just don't give out money like that. Them loans, niggas getting just ducats in their account. Just like, I'm like, yo.
Niggas been like,
here
look.
we go again. We finna be caught the fuck up again. Nigga, they trying to fill them jails back up. Because niggas was finally doing good. Niggas was not fucking with that crime like that. Niggas was finally doing better. And like, wow.
But look. Again, that's a condition of when you keep people poor, you can engineer shit like this to happen.
Yes.
One thing about black people, look, like I said, we grew up middle class. Like I remember when my neighborhood where I grew up, and then when we moved to View Park. When we moved to View Park, I've lived in a black neighborhood where when black people have resources, when we have shit, when we're not struggling, living day to day, dime to dime, crime don't happen. Like, if something happened in View Park, it's somebody from another neighborhood came and did it.
Yeah.
Like, nothing, Ladera Heights, Baldwin Hills, like, when black people have resources, we don't do shit.
That's true.
Look at the people who are stealing. You have poor people doing the EDD fraud. At the same time, you got wealthy white people who already worth billions who run the airline industry going to the government saying we need 1.6 trillion.
Thank you.
Because
that's not fraud. That's not fraud. What we doing is fraud.
What we doing is fraud. But you got white folks going in, and you had this dude, like not just white folks, like non-black people, because there was some Armenians in Beverly Hills. One dude had like over 200 million in like them others, the non-black people. They were doing a lot of that business, and these are people who already got money. That's what I want to point out to people. What I like to point out to people. We're talking, Kamira White and I, we're here talking because we love black society. We love black men. We love black women, and we want to see us get our shit together. So we pointing certain things out that we do wrong. At the same time, we pointing out where the government do things to kind of usher us into that shit. And hopefully with these kind of conversations we keep having these, we can keep solving our own problems. Because white folks ain't going to solve our problems. That's our motherfucking job. And that's what we doing here on hotepish. But I said that to say, I want to put black crime and all the stuff we talk about with gay people, well not gay people, but with the dominant society forcing a lot of that agenda onto us, them forcing the drug agenda onto us in the 70s and 80s, them forcing the gangster thing on us in the 90s. With all that, we still rocking, we still doing good. And we don't do the shit that they do. We got these people over the last 20 years, they've been winning. They ain't been hit with no war on drugs. They ain't been hit with all this shit that we've been hit with. They got all that money, and they still stealing like a motherfucker.
Yes, absolutely. And my dad told me that. You know, my dad was born in 1939. He said the reason why I hate when niggas go to jail is because they make it easy for y'all to go to jail because that's where they want y'all to be. Like, we got to be smarter than that. We got to not go to jail. That's how you make them mad. We gotta be in their face. We gotta be in their neighborhoods. We gotta be their neighbors. Like, what's up, cuz? We gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's because they make it easy for you. They make it hard for you to succeed, make it easy for you to go to jail. So why you gonna let them win? And that would be his whole thing. Why you gonna let them win? I hate when niggas let them win. Don't let them win. They want you to be in jail. They want us to be slaves. They want you to work for 25 motherfucking cents, nigga. The niggas so get your money on their ass. You know what I'm saying? But we don't have that mentality because ain't nobody teaching us that. You know, and that's why they take away the black fathers that the grandfather, like how I had my dad and he told me that if I was a son, you know, he would have told me that his son would have told him that. That's why they do that shit. So we lose connection with our roots. So we don't know how they do us from generation on down. And that shit needs to be passed on. That shit needs to be taught. You know what I'm saying? Like they gon' it's so easy to get a gun in the hood. It's so easy to get weed in the hood, dope, everything. Nigga, but it ain't easy to find resources. It ain't easy for me to figure out how can I open up a business. It's not easy for me to go find a library in this motherfucker. It ain't easy for me to do shit else but do some negative shit. That's it. That's it. I can find negative shit all around me all day and nothing positive. Nothing. Not nothing.
Yep. And that's a good point you make because they make all this negative stuff around us. My grandmother used to say something all the time. She said, DeWan, don't ever give the devil a stick to hit you over the head with. The devil gonna try to hit you, and we all know who the devil is. The devil gonna try to hit you over the head anyway. Don't give him a stick.
Mm-hmm.
And by that, what that means is, you know, when it comes to they make things easy for us. If it looks too easy, if it looks too simple, look twice. And if you're gonna do something like that, at least be reasonable and measure with whatever you do. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you how to live your life. I'm just saying be wise with however you choose to live your life. You got motherfuckers getting 30 unemployment cards thinking ain't nothing gonna happen to them.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of shit is that, you niggas? Come on. So,
it's cameras at every ATM. They can't get the money off without being seen. Like the shit don't make no sense. You know, then it's just we need to be smarter. We need to be smarter and we need to really the thing is we need to be financially stable. Black people need to get their money up in a real way and we need to start talking to these kids. Like we can't be like our parents. Like it was a disconnect. You know, our parents were like, oh y'all game, you know, when gang banging hit, older people didn't want to talk to niggas because they were scared. Mm-hmm. But we need to talk to our younger generation. We can't be scared of. I go to the hood all the time. I'm not scared of them niggas. Them is my people. And I tell niggas all the time, like, don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't worth it. It's not worth it. Like we're gonna make them matter achieving. That's the only thing we could do to win is to educate ourselves and, you know, stack this bread, invest our money. Because without money, we have no power. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. And they purposely keep black men down because let me tell you something. As a woman, nobody would even check for a white motherfucker. If black men had as much money as white men would go fucking extinct. Because who the fuck? Like, y'all already finer than them. Y'all already built better than them. Like, at the end of the day, if you took away the financial stability of the white man, like how they take the financial stability away from y'all, that's the only reason why they're winning. That's the only reason why they're winning right now is because you guys can't come into power because of the financial shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, y'all will have everything. Y'all have all the women, all the power. Like, they can't, they not gonna make it easy for black men to get financially stable. They're not. Because they already know what it's hitting for, nigga. Y'all gonna take over quick.
Y'all heard Kamira.
Look at Obama. As soon as his fine ass got in office, white bitches, everybody voting for that nigga. I mean, it's just like it's something about us. It's the swag. It's something about a black man. Like, you know, and everybody knows it, and that's why they're scared of y'all. And I wish y'all knew that. Everybody knows it. You can see it. Everybody knows it. So
I appreciate that, Kamira. That's why I got Kamira on here because y'all hear we talk about these things, but I need Cass to hear this from a black woman herself. We have the black women are in our corner, fellas, more often than not. We got to remember that the same media that try to put a dress on us and make us look like thug gangsters, these are the same jackass sorry motherfuckers that put these emotionally scorned, broken down, tired ugly ass Tamara Burke ass women on camera and get in the mic. Like the media basically be like, hold on, she didn't have a father. Okay, cool, cool, cool. And she looked like she mixed with fucked and up. Okay, let's get her to come on over here because we know she had a bad relationship with her dad and her family, and she looked like she mixed with hell and all. We know them kind of women been talked about because niggas crack jokes and shit. They gonna have nothing but anger, venom, and vitriol for these black men. So we gonna put them on camera, and we gonna get them the mic, and we gonna let them talk for the society. And they find hurt people to come around and hurt us. What we have here is a woman in Kamira White who's not hurt. Her life she's good. We all have our ups and downs and shit, but she knows who she is. You can tell what she said earlier about her comedy. You know, she ain't tripping on these motherfuckers out here in the game because this woman knows who she is. So, fellas, when you want to sit around and complain about women being this and women being that, you dealing with somebody who needs to. I don't want to say they're broken, but they need to fill themselves up more. Mm-hmm. There are women out here who know who they are and who are secure within they are and who support us, and they're the majority. Kamira's the majority. They don't want her on CNN with this shit. She talking like this. They'll hear her talking like this and be like, nah. That's a woman with her. She said that she actually knew her daddy. No. We can't fuck with her.
Yeah.
She said she actually likes black men and she likes herself. She likes her blackness. Oh, no, we can't use her. Let's go and find somebody who want to put cakes up on their nose and turn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we got to remember that. The same person deceiving us and making black men look like sorry-ass niggas like Van Jones are the same one who put these women who wear ponchos and Doc Martin boots on camera. You know what I mean? So we got to remember that shit.
Straight up.
For real. So, Kamira, tell them where they can find you and all the shit that you got going on.
Well, I don't know if you got anybody in here that's from Arizona, but I have a show in Arizona on the 29th. It's at, I think the comedy club is called Stir Crazy Comedy Club, so it's on the 29th. I'm gonna be headlining, and you can see me of course, on these hoes, and and our new show Dropping Gems, and of course I occasionally do the Earthquake show. I just did it like 3 days ago. Hey, Dwan, it was a great show too. Chris Spencer was on there, Lavelle Crawford.
Oh yeah?
Yes, and Tommy Davidson, nigga. I was like, oh shit. But I held my own though, nigga. I held my own.
Some legends right there.
But yes, I'm on that, and just stay tuned. I'm gonna start putting more content on my YouTube page. That's the goal for 2021. And that's it, just keep a bitch in your prayers, and that's it. I'm gonna be on hotepish fucking with my boy Dwan. I love you, Dwan. We gonna go down in flames. We gonna go together, nigga.
That's right. And that's the thing. Kamira, she's a regular on here. Like y'all haven't seen her on here regularly, but yeah, she's done this, and she's gonna definitely be back on here more often and doing stuff because they loving you here in the chat room. For all you thirsty ass niggas in the chat room, go to Kamira's IG. Whatever she's selling, you niggas need to go ahead and buy because all that slobbering in the chat room, that shit look weird, fellas. Go ahead and back it up. Matter of fact, no. For all you slobbering ass niggas, what's your Cash App, Kamira? That's how we gonna fix this. These niggas been thirsty as hell in the chat room. Oh, Kamira, she this and this, yeah. Okay, yeah. Back it up with your dollars, fellas. What is it?
It sounded like you was whoring me out, Dwan. What's your cash? No. Okay, no, it's $ pay for Kamira. Kamira. So $pay for Kamira. But yeah, no, I appreciate you guys though. Like I appreciate all my male followers. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
I hope y'all follow me for my comedy though. You niggas. Yes.
And No. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Poppin. Is it pay with a number 4 or the FR?
It's a pay. It's a pay with the number 4. Let me look again. Look, let me make sure.
All right, Poppin. That is pay with a number 4, Kamira.
Yeah, $ pay number 4 Kamira.
Yeah, for you
Oh, maybe
fellas.
I can show it in the. Can you
Other
see
way,
that?
the camera. There we go. Yeah, y'all see
Hey.
that shit? That's for all you thirst ass niggas. Go ahead and show your love in our Cash App. Good. No, here's the reason why I do it, because like at the end of the day, I want to thank everybody who watches the show, who listens, because one thing I think again I want to point out. Oh shit, we got over 250 here between all the chat rooms.
No, your shit blowing up, Dwan, for real.
I appreciate that. Thank y'all for joining us. We got over 250 people in here between all of our platforms at the same time. Thank y'all for joining us. Here's another reason why I'm bringing this up. I want to point it out to people. Like, I always like to talk about the positives. Yeah, we're going to talk shit about the negatives. We're going to do that. But I always want to bring it back to the positives, because the positives keep us going in the right direction towards solution. And solution isn't a one overnight thing. It's a series of steps in the right direction. That's what the solution is. I don't know if you saw Tariq Nasheed's IG, but he had a Godfrey on.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it was like from yesterday. Tariq Nasheed interview. He was talking to Godfrey, and Godfrey said something, Kamira, that stuck out to me. And he was talking about how like a lot of the comics during his generation didn't really stick together. They already competed, and he pointed out how our generation of comics really do stick together. And I want to echo that. We do stick together. Our generation. Yeah, we got our pockets. Like, certain niggas don't really fuck with other niggas like that. But that's just life. Life is just like that. You're not gonna fuck with everybody. You can't fuck with everybody. Niggas ain't got no time for that shit. But for the most part, our generation really do look out for each other. We really do support each other. And for those of you listening, Kamira is one of those people, man. Like, Kamira, when she got on Earthquake's show, first thing she did was hit me up and try to get me on. Only thing, scheduling conflicts was literally the only thing that got in that way.
Yeah, because you was working at that time.
I still had a day job at that time, and I couldn't make it the way I needed it, the way she needed me to. But Kamira is somebody who, when she got something, she look out. And our whole class of comedians, you know, we really do stick together, and we really fuck with each other. You know what I mean? We want to see each other win. So for those people out there who say black people don't stick together, black people don't do this, nigga, watch us work.
Facts.
So I want y'all to...
And they always think that men and women can't be friends. Me and Dwan is homies, and I love his wife. Like, I love them. Like we all hang out together.
Facts. That's nothing. Like, they say, now, me and Kamira been friends for well over 5 or 6 years now.
Yeah.
And it's been plenty of times, because Kamira used to live not too far from me. We just go there and we just smoke. I mean, she got a little dog, and no comedy. We ain't fuck the stage. I'll just go over Kamira's house, and Kamira can roll a blunt while she's driving, folks. Let me tell y'all that. And she don't swerve. It ain't none of that. Ain't no whipping action. She ain't hitting no brakes, and she ain't none of that.
That's sad.
This shit don't go 85 miles an hour in a straight line down the carpool lane while she rolling the blunt. And that blunt gonna be rolled perfectly. It's gonna hit right. God. And it's gonna be some, because she already smoked good ass weed. And it's gonna be some good ass weed. So know that. And like, yeah, me, Kamira knows my wife. My wife loves Kamira, and my wife don't.
I love his wife.
I like you and my wife. I love y'all relationship, because I love my wife, and I've always valued you as a friend. So y'all relationship to me is amazing, and I love it. Like my wife said, "Oh, Kamira gonna be on today. She watching right now. She watching live."
Oh. She be coming to the show. No, I love her though, for real. And I just love y'all, period. Like, y'all 100. Like, you know, and I just wish nothing but the best for y'all. And Dwan, this is your lane right here. Like, I'm just happy that this is your shit. This is what this is you all day. So,
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. So go to Kamira's IG. Y'all saw her Cash App. Get your t-shirts at hotepish.com.
Yeah, because that shit is hard.
Yes. Because that's what it is. We only owe an ass whooping. That's all we owe to these other groups, people. Get your other shirts I have. Full of Clark, Wellesley, Vincertum, Ben Yakinen. Y'all see it. Y'all see this shirt. This is the full version of this shirt that I have on right here. Y'all see it. Oh, that's the other one right here. Let me see. Oh no, that's a book. Oh, here it is. The hoodie. I just got order myself a new hoodie. These hoodies are very comfortable. It's getting cold. Get your hoodie. You're gonna like it. And I want y'all all to remember this as I sign off. There are no perfect messengers. Only perfect messages for those who are willing to pick up game. Remember that always. We love you here. And always know that in spite of what they showing us in that media, black people, we winning. We got to just keep loving each other. Keep moving forward. Keep spreading the information. Each one teach one. And we got this shit, man. We out of here.
Peace.
Peace.